If you have seen my recent video where I talked about my experience of going through a 3-day water cut, you will know that many things didn't go as well as planned. Most preppers don't realize that water for washing and cleaning is just as important to have as drinking water, so here are my latest tips and hacks on how to clean and shower even when there's not a single drop coming out of your tap. Remember, the first prerequisite is that you have a sufficient stock of water for washing and cleaning. This doesn't have to be drinking water, but can be simply tap or rainwater that you have stored away in containers. After the recent water cut in my local area, all shops were sold out of water containers, so I had to order them online. I chose 2 of these rectangular 20-liter containers to start with, as they don't take up too much space and can still be carried around manually. As I mentioned before, you need way more water than you think, especially if you insist on the luxury of a shower in a SHTF scenario. However, the psychological effect alone of being able to have a proper shower in an emergency situation is probably worth the extra effort. So I bought one of these electric camping showers on Amazon, which are great because you can charge them easily with your solar power bank via USB. During our water cut, we used it twice and it worked really well. The only downside is that the hose is not as long as that from your real shower, so you will have to sit down in the bathtub to reach over your head. Also, the water gets pumped up really fast, which means that this shower has really good pressure, but it empties the water container within seconds, not minutes. So let's do a test and fill up 1 container with water and see how long the shower lasts. In an emergency situation, you would have to heat this water first using a gas heater or a wooden stove or the sun itself. Again, just to make my point clear that everything takes more time and trouble than normal in a real world collapse scenario. So we have filled up our pot with around 6 liters of warm water. What I found a bit annoying is that the container you use needs to have a wide opening for the pump to fit in. Just that you know. Let's switch it on and see how long our shower lasts. Alright, these 6 liters gave us a 40-second shower, which is not too bad for an emergency situation, but you realize how much water you will need for your entire family to wash themselves. So I would definitely try and recycle as much of the water as possible. For example, by standing inside a bowl which collects the water running down from your body and then use that to refill your shower water again. I guess you could start putting the pump directly into the bowl you're standing in and thus create a more continuous shower experience. Let's try this out for a moment. Yeah, it kind of works, but you still lose water over time, and the last person to shower will have to endure some yummy muddy water. Anyway, these type of showers do work and you can find ways to waste as little water as possible using them. However, in the long term, I see these breaking easily. As with all these gadgets from Asia, they are made of cheap plastic and cannot withstand daily use. So as a backup, I would suggest something like a simple hanging solar shower with less moving parts and to have a location in nature where you can take the occasional bath, be it a river, a lake or the ocean. The next important tool you need during a water cut is something that replaces your water tap. You will quickly find out that pouring water from a bottle is neither practical nor efficient for washing and cleaning. So the closest thing to a portable water tap is this, a water sprayer with a manual pump. You fill it with water of your choice, drinking water, rainwater, warm or cold. Pump a few times and voila! At the press of a button you have pressured water coming out, which is so helpful for washing your hands and face, cleaning fruit and vegetables or doing the dishes. I recommend to have several of these, as you need one in each bathroom, the kitchen, the garden and wherever else. Just a few days ago I bought another model which has a built-in electric pump, which again can be charged via solar, so it's even easier to use. Realistically though, all these sprayers are not going to last very long, considering that you have to unscrew and refill them several times per day. So for a long-term solution, I would suggest getting one that's completely made of metal rather than plastic. Those are quite pricey, but will last you for years to come. There's a guy named Aaron Fletcher on YouTube who lives on the road with his cart and his sheep, and he's been using such a metal sprayer for over 10 years and it's still working. I recommend checking out his YouTube channel at 123 Home Free, because all his stuff has been tested on the road under real life conditions. Because from my experience, most prepper gadgets are just fancy camping tools for occasional use and will last very short in the real world. So watching someone like Aaron, who already lives the post-apocalyptic lifestyle, is such a valuable resource to learn from. Alright, hope you got something out of this video. See you next time.